Rony? Rony, can you hear us?
Otherwise correct. Oh, hi Brian, how are you?
I'm good. And you?
Oh, welcome to you all from Kochi.
Saw the outside of your hospital now. Give us a little bit about the case.
Right. So today what we plan to do is show you two cases. Both are somewhat complex, but primarily intending to show you what imaging can do, how imaging can help in these complex interventions.
Sure. Please go ahead. Let us know.
I am going to do you a bifurcation, and I think from the other lab also they're going to show you a bifurcation. So let me first introduce you to my colleague, Dr. Joe Joseph. Sister Betty, who is the staff in charge, and Joe will tell you about the case.
Good evening. Our case is a 62-year-old male, a non-case of hypertension for 10 years and diabetic for 2 years. He presented to us recently with effort angina and dyspnea on exertion class 2 to 2 for 2 weeks. We did a TMT. TMT showed significant STT changes at 7 meds with downsloping ST depression in recovery, and he developed angina on TMT. And ECG was normal with no significant STT changes. And echo is normal, no regional wall motion abnormalities, normal LV function, valves normal.
Right, now let's go to the angio. And I hope you're seeing the angio right now. Are you?
Yeah, we're just seeing the angio. That's right. We're seeing the couple of views you've shown us.
Right. So that's a tight LAD D1 bifurcation, Medina 111 through bifurcation lesion. Can you go back and freeze that point? Right. Zoom that so that they can see the bifurcation. Right. Now go to the next shot. So that's the PA caudal view. I think the circumflex is normal. I haven't shown you the right coronary here, but you got to believe me, it's normal. And I will tell you what I did. Go to the next shot. I think I have lost, I can't hear you, but I hope you can hear me. So I'll continue saying.
Can you hear me? I'm there.
Good. So I'll continue speaking. If you can't hear me,
we'll tell you.
Excuse me. Right. So what we did is we wired both the diagonal and the LAD, and we pre-dilated both of them. Show the next one. Good. And at next one. Now you see we have a small dissection at the LAD, and we have a diagonal that's coming over there. From the dissected point, and of course I don't want to discuss with you the strategies of stenting, but we decided that we're going to go with a 2-stent strategy over here. Because the diagonal is big, there is lesion in the proximal aspect of the diagonal. The diagonal is at least 2.5 millimeters. So we thought we were going to go with a 2-stent strategy. So what we decided is we'll probably go for the DK crush.
Morning, Dr.
I
Panja
did an
here.
OCT run over here. Unfortunately,
Morning.
Pardon?
Both the D1 has a reasonable size, that means intermediate size. There will be difficulty, I think, so to place the 2 decay crush at a time. So D1 and D2 is a reasonably equal size.
no, yes. I think that's a good point that you made about that D2. I am going to tackle the D1 because I think that's slightly bigger than the D2.
Yeah.
So what I did is go to the next shot. Okay, this is a OCT run that is being done, but as I told you, I'll go ahead. and I'll show you the OCT after this. So that is me placing the stent exactly at the diagonal ostium. Next, we have inflated that. Next. Now I crush that. No, you didn't show me the crush, but now this is the, 1 second, you're moving too fast. Yeah, anyway, after the crush, I did another OCT run. You're not with me. Show me the OCT run. Yeah. Now, can you switch over to the OCT? Now. If you look at the OCT, and I run the OCT, see, that is the a huge dissection over there. That's because of balloon dilatation, and as we saw. And it is generally all lipid. But I want you to concentrate on the bifurcation point of the diagonal, which I have crushed with a diagonal stent. And now once I crushed this with a diagonal stent, I recrossed. Now when you recross this, you must recross from the proximal strut. Unlike, in provisional stenting where you take the distal strut. So I hope you can see the OCT. No, you are not showing me the bifurcation point, please. Yeah, that's a bifurcation. Good. Show me the struts covering the bifurcation point. No, stop. Right, perfect. Now get me a 3D view of that. There's a lot of audio disturbance. I wonder if they can hear me.
I can hear you.
Now, can you take it to full screen, please? Take it to full screen. Good. Now, if you look at this, this is exactly what we want, and this is probably one of the good ways that OCT will tell you. Can you please rotate that as an angle? And if you see that wire that is going into the diagonal is going through the proximal strut. Get out from the full view. And now can you rotate that so that you can give us a better view of that, yeah. Rotate it a little more at 6 o'clock. And angulate it. I hope you can see it very clearly that we are going through the proximal strut. Now in case we were not, we would probably rewire that. So I'm at this point right now. How much time has gone?
10 minutes.
I'm not sure I can hear you. Are you there?
We are there. We are here. We are here. You keep. We will listen to you. If we can't hear you, we will tell you.
Good. So. Good, but I can't hear you at all because I think there is some disturbance on the line. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to crush it. So you give me a 2.5 balloon.
2.5 balloon.
On the diagonal and a 3. This is the LED. This is the diagonal. That's the diagonal. Do you have any questions on this OCT and what I've done so far?
Rony, I just have one question. Has this must have been doing these kind of techniques before without OCT? Has this OCT really helped you to? I know that crossing of that strut you showed very elegantly, but has it kind of helped in your strategy in any way, or is it just want to show this imaging and part of the kind of process that we want to carry out?
Yeah. I know, that's a pretty difficult question to answer, Brian, but it's like this. I think once you do OCT in some cases and you are sure what you are doing, you subsequently really do not need the OCT. But one of the important things in bifurcation that I realized is that OCT does tell you 2-3 things. One, it tells you the anatomy, pathology at that point. Now, if there is a lipid arc of more than about 120 degrees, you can be pretty sure that your side branch will occlude. And it also tells a lot about the struts and wires, especially when you get stuck during bifurcation and your balloon doesn't go in, you will know what exactly is the problem.
Okay, that's good.
So I don't think, you really require it all the time, but I think when you do need it, it does help you out. And why?
Yeah, we are taken, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to do a kiss over here.
Diagonal.
Diagonal. Let's go.
Yeah. Here,
I'll just open the diagonal strut at 14 atmospheres. Get it down.
I'm on the LED.
Do the LED.
10, 12.
Down.
So before each
Let's kiss.
kissing, you're giving the dilatation of the side branch stent is mandatory.
Yeah, I do an intermediate, yeah, both that and then subsequently down, 0. So I will now show you an OCT run, but if you want to go to the other lab at this moment of time, I think you can go to the other lab and introduce the case over there. But I think we are at 6:35. You can move, yeah, you can move. I will, now what I'll do is, I will put the stent into the LED and cross again the diagonal through the proximal strut and then come and show you that by the time you come from the other lab.
We're back with you, Rony.
Yeah, good. So what I did is, can you show me the fluoro, please? Can you get me the fluoro? And side picture of us, right. So that's what we have done. We have gone and we did a main vessel stent.
Okay.
After, of course, you realize that we had crushed the diagonal, so then this is now the main vessel stent. Next. At this point again, next, we saw the proximal. I did a pot. Next. Next. Now again the same thing, recross from the proximal strut. You see, it's recrossing from the proximal strut. But of course, we'll confirm and I think then subsequently go next. I did this OCT. Now I'm going to come back to this OCT image next. That's where the OCT run takes place. Now, can you come back to the OCT image and show me the OCT image in the full screen so they can see that? No, they're not seeing that, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's the bottom is the longitudinal view with the rendered stent there.
Yes.
And you can see that the stents are pretty decently opposed. Now, there's an apposition indicator. If you realize, if you see at the point of side branch, there is red in color with the stent. So that shows that, those stents are unopposed. But then if you realize those red points are those points which are adjacent to the diagonal.
Side branch.
Right. Can you go to the 3D navigation and show me and show us the exact, click once more, right. Now rotate it and show, and show me that how the side branch is going. Good, rotate that. Now, can you please rotate it a little bit more so you can see where it is going. If you realize it's going from the proximal part, no, not that way, not that way. Can you, yes. That is, you can see it from going from the proximal part of that side branch. But of course, if you take that bifurcation point, you can see it a little better. Take the bifurcation and go to full screen. Change the angle, rotate it, go off full screen.
This is like video games
Go off full screen and rotate that.
Excellent presentation, really.
Rotate that. Good. So don't you see now it going from the proximal strut? I am now sure about it. So this is one way OCT does help you. And you see, Now, go back and show me the fly-through of the entire stent.
Do you want to go?
Remove the 3D, take it off, take it off. Musna, please follow me. Take the 3D off, yeah, okay, go to fly-through. Take it full screen. Please hold it. Hold it. Go to full screen. Right. Now go proximally and run it. You see the side branch coming. See these two wires,
Yes,
one going into the
yes.
side branch,
Yes.
one going into the main vessel, and the side branch is going through the proximal strut. Please run it.
Yes.
Pretty elegant, no, Brian?
Very, very good, Rony. Nice.
So now I'm going to go with this KISS. And I will go show you another OCT at the end, which shows that the strut across the diagonal is well open.
Yeah, good.
Now, I think that's my side branch balloon coming in. This is the LED balloon that I
Yeah.
thread. Are we ready with
Yeah.
both the indiflators?
Yes, yes.
Good, now open the strut of the diagonal.
2, 4, 6, 8,
10,
10,
12, 14.
14.
Down. Go to the LED. 12, 14.
16.
Good. Now let's go for the KISS. Got it.
2, 4,
4, 8,
8,
10,
10.
12. Go up. You go to 16.
16.
Negative. Now give me a 3.5 to do pot before I put the OCT inside. Thread the 3.5 on the LED.
Yeah.
I think now before we do, put the OCT, the pot is important because though we open the side branch, I think we must ensure that the main branch stent is well opposed proximally, and though you can see on the OCT it's well opposed proximally, I think it's a good idea to do the pot before we do the OCT at the end. Invite. Okay, go up.
What size of balloon? 3.5 you have?
And 3.5, yes.
Short?
8,
12.
10, 12.
14, 16. Here, Cardinal. Show me, Pa. Okay, that's it. Just go up.
12, 14.
Down. No. Give me OCT run.
OCT, please.
Right, so now I will do a OCT in front of you so that we see the actual run and you can see how we do an OCT also. It doesn't take much time getting an OCT done.
You have the new software, no? From the this three-dimensional kind of reconstruction.
Yeah,
For
that's,
the-
I think that, we got it about 6 months back and I think it's good. It looks good. It makes, as you said, it sometimes looks like video games, but it's useful at some times when you get stuck, especially with the wires and the wires are entangled. You can see the wires getting entangled
So
very
you-
well here.
so has
So,
your-
you can rewire it if you are,
So has your kind of thing changed from IVUS to OCT, or what is the, when do you do IVUS and when do you do OCT?
see, The problem with OCT is the cost, and I think we must appreciate that. I know this may be political, but we're not supposed to reuse things, and IVUS can be reused a number of times. OCD really cannot be reused so many times, so OCD is expensive. And that sort of limits OCT usage, at least in my practice. All right, so there we are. We are ready with our OCT, if you see. So can you get me OCT and the fluoro side by side? Right. So now if you see, I go on to the live view. I calibrate the catheter. Now, once the catheter is calibrated, I enable pullback, and if you see the fluoro, the moment the contrast fills, it automatically does the pullback, and you can see the run. Now, as the machine does the processing, I will let us see the bifurcation and see how the neocarina looks. All right, I want you to freeze it there. Get onto the 3D. Bifurcation, yes. Good, and now calibrate it. Accept. It's this actual calibration that takes about 5 or 10 seconds for it to actually process it. And no, I want you to show, click it so that you get a larger view of this. So rotate it. Yes, you see that opening there and the new carina coming up?
Yep.
All right, show me the 3C, look at that opening when you see, put the angle there, that's the opening there and the new carina with the struts all opposed on both the sides.
Yeah.
Go on to 3D bifurcation. This is 3D bifurcation, right. Go a little proximally, I can't hear them at all.
You can't hear
I
us?
can't hear them at all, yeah.
You can hear us now?
Go a little more proximally, right. And now from there, go to fly through.
Fly through.
Ready navigation and go to fly through. And go full screen. See, now when you go through that, if you see, your one wire is on the main and the other wire is on the bifurcation.
Yes, yes.
You see your bifurcation well open. There is a couple of struts over there. I think I will probably go and give another kiss and open it well. But you see, it's pretty well open, and that's a new carina.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you ought to just check this out. I can't hear you because there's a lot of disturbance there,
Yeah,
but
no.
in case you...
No, we've been hearing you.
can hear me?
Your voice is very clear over here. There's no problem for us. And,
Fantastic.
it was well done.
Fantastic.
Very,
So
very
I
well
think
done.
that is exactly what I wanted to show you.
Yeah. We've been able to hear you all throughout.
Do you want to go to the other lab now and continue with your IFFR?
Sure, sure. Thank you, Rony. Give you a big hand.
Right, thanks a lot from our side. Thank you very much.